Hi guys, I'm Arnell, and today we're going to look at the four conditionals plus mixed conditionals. Okay, I'm going to begin with a general overview of the conditionals, and I will get more specific as the lesson continues. In English, we have four conditionals: 0, 1, 2, and 3, plus mixed conditionals. Each conditional has an if clause, comma, and a main clause. The if clause gives us a condition. When I say condition, I mean situation. And the main clause gives us the result. The 0 and the first conditional express real, possible conditions and results. The second and third conditional express impossible, hypothetical, unreal conditions and results. Mixed conditionals are a combination of the second and third conditional. So, I know it looks like a lot of information, but by the end of this lesson, you'll feel a lot more confident and comfortable with conditionals. So, let's begin. Let's begin with 0. 0 conditional. Condition, result. If plus present simple, present simple. We use the 0 conditional to express real conditions and results that are always the same. Same in the past, same in the present, same in the future. For example, here I have 2 trees. If the wind blows, the trees move. If plus present simple, present simple. This is real because wind always moves trees, right? This will never change. So you can move the clauses around and there's no difference. Maybe there's a little difference, a mini difference. In writing, if your if clause comes first, add that comma. If your main clause comes first, you don't need a comma. So throughout this lesson, you'll see I'll kind of change things up. I'll start with the if clause, I'll start with the main clause, just so you know, both ways are absolutely fine. If I drink coffee after 3 p.m., I don't sleep at night. If plus present simple, present simple. This is always true for me. It's always the same. Same in the past, same in the present, same in the future. I don't sleep at night if I drink coffee after 3 p.m. Same thing. Now imagine you're giving someone a tour of a building. If you push this button, the lights come on. You can see this is always going to be the same. It's never going to change. This button will never do anything else. Imagine the 0 conditional as a person. This person would be Miss Obvious. She would tell you everything you already know. For example, hey Arnell. Yeah? I have something really interesting to tell you. Okay. If you leave ice cream in the sun, yeah, it melts. Yes, yes it does. People get hungry if they don't eat. So you can see the 0 conditional is very good at expressing things that are always true, things that never really change. When you get home, call me. If Phil calls, don't answer the phone. If you accidentally drop some trash, pick it up. Call me. Don't answer the phone. Pick it up. These are all imperatives, right? An imperative is a command. We can use the imperative in the 0 conditional. You can see the grammar is the same. If present simple, present simple. But here, I'm using when. When you get home, call me. So what's the difference between if and when? If you put a stone in water, it sinks. When you put a stone in water, it sinks. There is no difference in meaning because this is always true. But sometimes there is a difference. Let's get specific. When? I'm certain this will happen. I am expecting this. If? Maybe this will happen. When you get home, call me. In this situation, I'm expecting my friend to get home. Of course she's going home. We had dinner together, and now she's going home. We'll look at this again in the first conditional.
The zero conditional is a fascinating aspect of English grammar that deals with facts and general truths. It's used to express situations that are always true, like scientific facts or universal truths. The structure is quite straightforward. You use the present simple tense in both the if clause and the main clause. For example, you might say, if you heat water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. Here, both parts of the sentence reflect a reality that doesn't change. It's a reliable cause and effect relationship. This makes the zero conditional particularly useful in scientific contexts or when giving instructions. You can also flip the clauses around without changing the meaning, like saying, water boils if you heat it to 100 degrees Celsius. The beauty of the zero conditional lies in its simplicity and clarity, allowing us to convey truths that are universally accepted and understood, bridging communication across different fields of knowledge.
Here are the example sentences in real-life situations.
If you touch fire, you get burned. It's a simple truth, a universal law that doesn't change. If you mix vinegar and baking soda, it fizzes. That's chemistry, predictable and reliable. If you don't eat, you feel hungry. It's the body's way of reminding you that it needs fuel. If you water a plant, it grows. That's life, thriving on care and attention. If you skip breakfast, you're sluggish by noon. Your body craves energy, and it's not shy about letting you know. If you leave the door open, the cat escapes. It's a fact of life with pets. They're always looking for an adventure. If you don't study, you fail the test. It's a straightforward cause and effect that echoes through every classroom. The zero conditional is everywhere, shaping our understanding of the world. It's a reminder that some things are simply true, no matter how you slice it.
Thanks for exploring with us today. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more intriguing insights.
Condition, result. If plus present simple, will plus infinitive. What's the infinitive? You might know it as the base form. Infinitive base form is verb number 1. Eat, ate, eaten. Eat is my infinitive. Talk, talked, talked. Talk is also my infinitive. In the first conditional, you'll often see will plus infinitive, but other modal verbs are perfectly fine. Any modal verb that can give you that future feeling. Can, could, may, might. We can also use going to, because going to is a future form. We use the first conditional for a possible future condition and its possible future result. If we don't leave soon, we'll miss our train. If present simple, will infinitive. If I'm late for work again, I might lose my job. Present simple, might plus infinitive. When you tell Dan the news, he's gonna faint. Gonna. Of course, in spoken English, gonna is very informal, very lazy actually. When you're writing, you want to write going to. And faint is when you do this, when you're excited or scared or in love. So when you tell Dan the news, he's gonna faint. Of course, with all of these, you can also switch those clauses around, no problem. And you can see I'm using when. When I'm expecting this, I know you're going to tell Dan the news. So let's look at unless. Unless? What is unless? So unless is a very common alternative. It's a very common alternative for if not. If you don't get an invitation, you can't come to the party. If not, unless. Unless you get an invitation, you can't come to the party. Here I mean, no invitation, no party. If this program doesn't load, I won't be able to finish my work. If not, unless this program loads, I won't be able to finish my work. No load, no work. Zero conditional, done. First conditional, done. Let's compare them. If I have time, I work out. Workout means exercise. If I have time, I'll work out. So what's the difference? Zero conditional. This is true just generally in my life. If I have time, I work out. So I work out maybe 2 times a week. First conditional is more specific. It's about a specific future condition. What are you doing later today? Later today. If I have time, I'll work out. I'll.
Welcome to our English learning community. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of the first conditional, essential for your language toolkit. Let's break down the first conditional. If plus present simple, followed by will plus base verb. It's your formula for possible future conditions. Planning a day out? Use the first conditional. If it's sunny, we'll go to the beach. It's practical for everyday decision-making. Need motivation? If you run every day, you'll get stronger. This structure is ideal for showing cause and effect in real situations. Think fast. Conditional talk is all about the if. If you book tickets now, you'll get the best seats. It's that simple.
Here are the real-life examples for first conditional.
If your sentences are getting tangled in a time warp, you're in the right place. Let's fix that with the first conditional. Hey teachers, the first conditional is your ticket to clear and effective communication. Let's dive into some real-life examples. Planning an outing, say if it's sunny tomorrow, we'll go to the park, or if we finish work early, we will go out for dinner. Making decisions, try this. If I feel better tomorrow, I will go to the gym, or if my meeting ends on time, I'll join you for coffee. Need to give advice? If you save money, you will be able to afford a vacation, or if you study regularly, you will improve your grades. Setting expectations? How about if the project is successful, we will receive a bonus, or if they arrive on time, we'll start the meeting at 9 a.m. And remember, mastering the first conditional helps you express potential future events clearly and effectively. Stay tuned for more tips.
Hit that like button if you're enjoying the lesson, and subscribe for more English language hacks that streamline your learning journey. Share the knowledge. Spread this video through your networks. Join us on social media for even more language learning insights. Your daily English practice is the key to improvement. Start constructing your first conditional sentences and share them with us below. Stay tuned for our next video full of practical English tips. Remember, a little progress each day adds up to big results. Goodbye, and keep the first conditional in mind for day-to-day language skills. If you practice, you'll succeed. See you next time.
Earlier I said the second and third conditional express impossible, hypothetical, unreal conditions and results. Unreal, impossible, hypothetical. Sorry, I couldn't resist doing that. So just keep that feeling in mind as we look at the second and third conditional. Second conditional. Condition, result. If plus past simple. Would plus infinitive. Would is probably the most common modal verb you'll see, but you can also use other modal verbs. Might, could are also possible. We use the second conditional to speak about an imaginary, unreal, hypothetical, present or future condition, plus its imaginary, unreal result. I know it's strange, we're using the past simple here, but we really are speaking about the present or the future, so just keep that in mind. If I won the lottery, I would buy a mansion. A mansion is a big house, a big, beautiful, expensive house. If plus past simple, would plus infinitive. I would buy a mansion if I won the lottery. You can see this is a very unreal condition and an impossible result. If I were shorter, I would wear heels more. If plus past simple, would plus infinitive. Now, why am I using were? Were, I was, right? When it comes to the second conditional, we often use were with any subject. If I were, if he were, she were. Yes, was is also possible, but some people consider were to be more correct. You know, the second conditional is used a lot in songs. That's because in songs, people are dreaming, right? They're dreaming about life. They're dreaming about love. So I'm going to play you a short piece of one of my favorite songs from one of my favorite musicals. So listen out for that second conditional, okay?
If I were a rich man, all day long I biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard.
Okay, so here we have it. In the musical, a poor man is dreaming about being rich, so he's using the second conditional. If plus past simple, notice that were. Would plus infinitive, biddy biddy bum. Okay, obviously, biddy biddy bum is not a verb, but you can really see that grammar. There's just so much information. I can't remember everything. If I were you, I wouldn't worry. Conditionals take a long time to learn. Sometimes the best way to review and to learn grammar is not by learning them separately, but by comparing them. So let's do that. If I listen to music on my phone, I use headphones. If I listen to music on my phone, I'll use headphones. I'll. If I listen to music on my phone, I'd use headphones. So what's the difference? Zero conditional. I always listen to music on my phone. When I do this, when I listen to music on my phone, I use headphones every time. First conditional, more specific. Imagine you and a friend are studying. I'm gonna take a break. I might get a coffee or listen to some music. No music. I am studying. Yeah, if I listen to music, I'll use my headphones. Okay? You won't hear anything. You can see a specific situation. Second conditional. I never listen to music on my phone. I like the radio. But if I listened to music on my phone, I'd use headphones. The sound quality is better, I think.
Imagine a world where the impossible becomes possible, where dreams dance on the edge of reality. That's the essence of the second conditional. It's a magical structure, a way to explore hypothetical situations. Picture this. If I had $1 million, I would travel the world. It's not just about the money, it's about the adventure, the freedom. The structure is simple yet profound. We start with if, followed by the past simple tense, like had or were. Then we glide into the would, plus the base form of the verb. If I were a bird, I would soar through the skies. It's a canvas for our imagination, a tool for expressing wishes or regrets. So, when you're crafting your sentences, remember this. The second conditional invites you to dream, to envision what could be, even if it's just a fleeting thought. Embrace it, and let your creativity take flight.
Hey folks, ever wondered about the what-ifs in life? Today, we're diving into how the second conditional plays out in real-life situations. Imagine exploring alternate possibilities that could happen based on certain conditions. That's the essence of the second conditional. It helps us make hypothetical choices based on specific conditions. We can weigh options and their outcomes before deciding. Use the second conditional to dream about possibilities beyond reality. Visualize your ambitions as if they were already true. It assists in predicting potential outcomes if circumstances change. Plan for contingencies by considering different scenarios. Thanks for exploring with us today. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more intriguing insights. Ever wondered about unlikely possibilities in daily life scenarios? Let's explore more examples of the second conditional tense. If I miss the bus, I would have to walk to work. I might be late if I miss the bus. If it rained tomorrow, I would stay indoors. I would cancel the picnic if it rained. If I lost my wallet, I'd have to cancel my cards. I would feel so stressed if I lost my wallet. These what-if scenarios help us understand the second conditional better.
Third conditional. Condition, result. If plus past perfect. Remember, we formed the past perfect. Had plus past participle. What's the past participle? It's verb number 3. Eat, ate, eaten. Eaten is my past participle. Remember the infinitive? Talk, talked, talked. Talked is my past participle. Would have plus past participle. Now, we always use have. Even if our subject is he or she, we use have. Have every time for every subject. Would is probably the most common, but you can also use could. We use the third conditional to speak about a past, unreal, impossible situation, condition, plus its impossible result. So third conditional is all about the past. If I had studied harder, I would have passed my exam. In reality, I didn't study hard. So, in reality, I didn't pass my exam. Would've. When speaking, we always contract. If I'd studied harder, I would have passed my exam. If you want to get lazier, you can just say woulda. I would have passed my exam. I would have made more food if I had known Karen and Paul were coming. In reality, I didn't make more food because I didn't know they were coming. If I'd known Karen and Paul were coming, I would have made more food. If I hadn't tripped, I could have won the race. In reality, I did trip, so I didn't win. You can see all of these are impossible because you cannot change the past. Impossible past condition and their impossible result. Review again. 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's compare all 4 conditionals to really get that feeling. If we drive, we get there faster. If we drive, we'll get there faster. If we drove, we'd get there faster. We would. We'd. If we had driven, we would have gotten there faster. We would have gotten there faster. 0 conditional. My husband and I work in the same office. Sometimes we walk, sometimes we drive. If we drive, when we drive, we get there faster. Of course, driving is faster than walking. Remember Miss Obvious? Okay. First conditional. This isn't general like the 0 conditional. This is specific, right? So, tomorrow I want to visit my parents. Oh, we can take the 4 o'clock train. The 4 o'clock train, if we drive, we'll get there faster. Specific future. This is a possible future conditional and a possible result. If we drive, we'll get there faster. Second conditional. My husband and I, we don't have a car. It would be impossible to drive. We walk, we take the bus. But if we drove, we'd get there faster. We'd get to work faster. Third conditional. We got to my parents' house 30 minutes late. If we had driven, we would have gotten there faster. The train was 30 minutes late. Past hypothetical condition because we didn't drive, we took the train. So, the good news is when we look at mixed conditions.
Hey there! Today we're diving into the world of third conditionals. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share this video for more updates. Third conditionals express hypothetical situations in the past. Let's break down the structure and usage. If plus past perfect, would have plus past participle. Used to talk about unreal past situations and their hypothetical outcomes. If she had studied harder, she would have passed the exam. If they had left earlier, they wouldn't have missed the train. Can show regrets or resentments about past actions or events. Often used to reflect on missed opportunities or mistakes. Hey there! Today, we're diving into how the third conditional can be used in real-life situations. Let's walk through this together. The third conditional helps us talk about unreal situations in the past and their hypothetical outcomes. For instance, we use it to express regrets about the past that cannot be changed. When we talk about missed opportunities, we often use the third conditional. For example, if I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. In cases of unreal past situations, the third conditional comes in handy. For instance, if she had told me earlier, I would have helped her. Expressing regrets and hypothetical outcomes about the past is a common use of the third conditional. For example, if we had left earlier, we wouldn't have missed the train. And there you have it. The third conditional in action in real-life scenarios. Practice using it to express unreal past situations and hypothetical outcomes. Try crafting your own third conditional sentences for better fluency. Remember, practice is key to mastering this grammar rule. And there you have it. Third conditionals demystified. Don't forget to practice and stay tuned for more language tips. See you soon.
So, let's keep going. We're almost done. So we know the second condition is about a hypothetical present, future, if past simple, would infinitive, or other modal. We know the third conditional is about a hypothetical past condition with a hypothetical past result. If plus past perfect, would have plus past participle. So, what happens if I want to speak about a hypothetical past condition with a hypothetical present result? I need to mix them, right? If I had studied German in school, my German would be better. I didn't study German in school, so now my German isn't very good. And of course, you can switch the clauses around with the same meaning. My German would be better if I had studied German in school. Baby, I love you. I can't stop thinking about you. Well, if you hadn't broken up with me, we would still be together. Break up means to end a relationship. This couple did break up. This couple is not together now. If you had put your coat on, you wouldn't be sick. You wouldn't be sick if you had put your coat on. You didn't put your coat on, so now you are sick. So, we've looked at 3 examples of a hypothetical condition in the past with its present hypothetical result. You can see the mixed conditional here. But what about a present hypothetical condition and its hypothetical past result? If I were rich, I would have bought that coat. Unreal present, hypothetical present. In reality, I am not rich. I didn't buy the coat. Why didn't you come to my birthday party? If I lived closer to you, I would have come. In reality, I don't live close to you, which means I couldn't go to your party. I didn't go to your party. Okay, amazing guys, well done. There was a lot of information in this video.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of mixed conditionals. Mixed conditionals combine aspects of different types of conditionals, creating unique structures for expressing hypothetical situations. Mixed conditionals blend past and present/future tenses. They showcase unreal past situations with present outcomes. These conditionals express unlikely or impossible past/present situations. They demonstrate how past actions influence present results.
Hey there. Today, we're diving into mixed conditionals in real-life situations. These sentence structures blend different types of conditionals for unique meanings. If I had known about the traffic, I wouldn't be late now. Considering the past, conditional 3, affecting the present, conditional 2. If I were a doctor, I'd be helping people every day. Mixing present unreal with future unreal, imagining a different reality. If she hadn't lied, I wouldn't question her honesty now. Linking past actions, conditional 3, to present doubts, conditional 2. Remember, mixed conditionals add flair and depth to everyday conversations.
And that's a wrap on mixed conditionals. Don't forget to like, comment, and share for more language insights.
Hi guys, I'm Arnell, and today we're going to look at can, could, be able to. Can and could. These two words are like a giant umbrella because they cover so many different things. We have ability, possibility, permission, suggestions, requests, offers. So we're going to look at all of these. And I'll speak about be able to here and there. Before we get started with all of this, we need to look at two important things. Can and could are modal verbs. Can and could can be confusing because they often mean the same thing. The differences are between past and present, informal and formal, strong and weak. In English, we have can and could, may, might, must, would, will, should, and shall. Modal verbs are like a special verb club because they have their own rules. First, modal verbs are always followed by that bare infinitive. The bare infinitive is verb number one without two. Give, gave, given. Give is my verb number one. I could dance all night. I could dancing. I could to dance. He could dances. Even if your subject is he, she, or it, we use that bare infinitive. He could dances. He could dance. Let's look at the negatives. As you can see, the full forms cannot, could not, are mainly used in writing. If you're speaking, just contract. Can't, couldn't. And you can see cannot is written as one word and could not is written as two. Can, can, can. These are the strong forms. You can hear these are very full, very clear. But normally when we're speaking naturally, it sounds like we're completely removing that vowel sound. Can. I can do it. I can do it. You can do it. You can do it. We can do it. So in this lesson, you might hear me say can if I'm trying to be very clear, but you'll also hear me say can if I'm speaking quickly. Can't, can't, can't. Could. Notice the L is silent. Could, could, couldn't, couldn't, couldn't. Okay, let's move on to the uses. So, here on the side, you can see I have all the different uses for can and could. And I know it might look a bit small, but don't worry, this is just so we can organize the lesson. Let's begin with ability. Ability is our skills, our talents. Present. I can run 15 miles. I can't run 15 miles. Can you run 15 miles? Do you can run 15 miles? What's the past of can? Could. When I was a teenager, I could run 15 miles. I couldn't run 15 miles. Could you run 15 miles? Did you could run 15 miles? Okay, and I'm sure we've all had this experience on Skype or Zoom. Hi! Can you hear me? Can you see me? Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you. Everything is clear? Now I can't hear you. and now she's frozen. Again, ability. Can and could are not only for people, we can use them for things as well. Container ships can carry a lot of cargo. Container ships can't move on land. Old cell phones couldn't take pictures. I mean, they couldn't really do anything. And that looks like my first phone. Well, actually, this was my first phone. It was great. I never had any problems. So we have present ability, past ability. What about be able to? Be able to gives us more flexibility. And it means the same thing as can and could. It has the same meaning. Let's take a look. Will you be able to fix this? Being able to speak 2 languages is useful. I would like to be able to sing. You can see here, be able to gives me more options. I can use be able to with will. Will you can fix this? That doesn't work. Canning to speak 2 languages? Canning speak 2 languages? That doesn't work. I would like to can sing. So normally we use can and could to speak about our abilities and the abilities of different things. But you can see here, be able to can give you more options grammatically. We can't move on to possibility yet. Let's get a little bit more specific. We know could is used for past abilities. Here is one of my earlier examples. When I was a teenager, I could run 15 miles, no problem. Here I'm talking about ability in general, things I could do in the past whenever I wanted to. I could run 15 miles in the morning, in the afternoon, in my sleep, haha. But if someone had the ability to do something one time in an affirmative sentence, use a different expression. A man was trapped under a car, and a young boy was able to lift the car to free the man. Wow. A young boy managed to lift the car. Good. A young boy could lift the car? Not so natural. Let's compare again. General past ability. 15 years ago, I could speak German. I could speak German in the morning, in the afternoon, in my sleep. One time past ability. We all worked together and were able to finish the homework early. Yes. Managed. We all worked together and managed to finish the homework early. Good. And could finish the homework early? Not so natural. Possibility. Stronger possibility, weaker possibility. Can, could. Both of them refer to the present. If we want to speak about the future, we normally use could. So in this case, could is not about the past. Do you need me? I can be at your house in 30 minutes. Strong possibility. What is this supposed to be? I don't know. It could be a painting of the ocean. Maybe. You could see weaker possibility. You're on the phone? Hello, I'd like to cancel the tickets I have to the performance on the 5th. Okay, I can give you a full refund, or I can give you a gift card to use at a later date. You can see here 2 possibilities. I don't want to put any cream on my rash because it could get worse. I'm not a doctor. This is a maybe. What's a rash? A rash is a red mark you get on your skin because of some type of irritation. You don't want a rash. Nobody wants a rash. That ham sandwich can't be Elena's. She's a vegetarian. Impossible. Earlier in the lesson, I said, can and could can be confusing because they often mean the same thing. We often use can for strong possibilities because they are true in general and because of personal experience. Holidays, like Christmas, can be stressful. Okay, so you can see could is softer, it's a little weaker. That's why we use could for suggestions. We use could because we're suggesting something, we're not demanding something. I don't know what to do with all these old clothes. You could donate them. I hate sitting next to the AC. Oh, I get so cold. We could switch desks. I don't mind. Mini review. Can, present ability. Could, past ability. Be able to, both. A little bit more flexible. Can, stronger possibility. Could, weaker possibility. Could, suggestions. Now, I'm sure some of you are thinking, what about past possibilities? Sabrina could have gone home. Oh no, I could have deleted that email by mistake. Could have plus past participle. The past participle is verb number 3. Could have go. Could have went. No. Could have gone. Gone is my past participle. Here I mean, maybe this happened in the past. You can see I'm not so sure. I'm 50% sure. You could have been killed. Never cross the street looking at your phone. I could have gone to the party, but I decided to stay home. Could have plus past participle. Here, I mean, this was a past possibility, but it did not happen. This person wasn't killed by a car, but it was a possibility. I didn't go to the party, but it was a possibility. So 2 meanings with could have and past participle. 1, something that maybe happened in the past. 2, something that didn't happen but was a possibility. And in the negative, I don't think that's true. I heard Lena call me fat. What? She couldn't have said that. Lena is the nicest person I know. Okay, if you want to know more about past modal verbs, I have a video which covers all of them. I'll put the link here. Here. Or is it here? I've never added a link to a video, so somewhere around here there should be a link. Let's move on to permission. Permission, you're asking someone, is this okay? In terms of rules and laws. Child to mom. Can I have some chocolate? Yes, you can. No, you can't. Student to teacher. Can we use our phones in class? Yes, you can. No, you can't. Can, kind of like possibility, it's stronger and it's more informal. So can is not rude, it's not impolite, it's just very casual. How do we make this a little bit more formal? Change it to could. Imagine you go to someone's house for the first time. Could I use your bathroom? Yes, you could. Yes, you could. When we give permission or refuse permission, we use can and can't. Could I use your bathroom? Yes, you can. No, you can't. Imagine you message your boss and you write, could I leave work early on Wednesday? Yes, you can. No, you can't. Okay, normally when we refuse permission, we don't say, no, you can't. It's grammatically correct, but it's very direct. We would usually explain why something isn't allowed. Excuse me, can I take this chair? Sorry, I need it. No, I'm afraid it's taken. We would be a little bit softer. We wouldn't really say, no, you can't. I can't play that game. This could mean ability. I can't play that game. It's in Spanish. I can't speak Spanish. This could mean possibility. I can't play that game. I need a password. I don't have a password. It's not possible. This could also mean permission. I can't play that game. My mom says I'm too young. I have to wait until I'm 13. So if you're reading something or if you're watching a movie and you hear can or could, don't just focus on that one sentence. Look at everything around it, and this will really help you. Great, let's keep going. Let's move on to offers. And I think by this point, you might already know the rules. Can and could. Which one can I use for a stronger offer? Can. Which one for a kind of weaker, softer offer? Could. That's right. Can I help you? You look really busy. I wasn't at the meeting yesterday. Is there anything I need to know? Oh, I can send you the minutes. I think there are a few things you need to look at. Minutes? What are minutes? Of course you know 1 minute is 60 seconds. But minutes in a business sense are the notes someone writes during a meeting. You can see in this picture, the lady is taking minutes. Today, Janine is taking minutes. Whose turn is it to take minutes next week? Minutes are useful because, of course, they can be saved and emailed to everyone. Usually only one person in a meeting takes minutes. A bit softer, a bit weaker. I could water your plants for you while you're on vacation. Great, last one there, requests. Informal, formal. Can or could, which one do you think is informal? Can you close a window, please? Can you mail this letter for me? Could you possibly send me the link? Wow, there's been a lot of information in this lesson, so I'm going to end with a joke. Student, excuse me, Mr. Wilson, can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you? Okay, so this joke is very silly. It's very immature, isn't it? Let me explain it. And this can be used in any situation. Can I go to the bathroom? Can I ask you a question? Can I use your phone? The first person is using can in terms of permission. Can I go to the bathroom? The second person is joking and is translating can into ability, as in, do you have the ability to go to the bathroom? So, if you didn't like this joke, it's not my joke, but I hope you liked this video. I hope it was useful. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, let's dive into the world of can and could and how they shape the way we express ourselves. These two modal verbs might seem similar, but they actually serve different purposes in English. Let's explore how we can apply them in real-life situations. Can is used for present abilities or permissions, like I can speak Spanish. Could, on the other hand, often expresses past abilities or more polite requests. Can is for present possibilities like it can rain later, while could is used to express past possibilities or uncertainties. Hey everyone! Today, let's dive into more real-life situations where we use can and could. These two words may seem similar, but they have distinct roles in expressing ability, permission, and more. We can use can to request permission informally in casual situations. Could is more polite when seeking permission or making requests. Could is commonly used to talk about past abilities or skills. For example, when I was younger, I could run much faster. When predicting or speculating, could expresses possibility. Can is more definitive, indicating a higher degree of certainty. So, whether you're asking for a favor or reflecting on past capabilities, remember the nuances of can and could. And that's a wrap for today. Remember to like, comment, and share this video if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe for more language tips.
When do we use might? When do we use may? What's the difference? I'm Arnell from Arnell's Everyday English, and today we're going to look at may and might step by step. Today it's the grammatical structure, possibility in the present and future, past possibility with pronunciation, permission and expressing wishes. Today there's going to be a lot of information, so you need a pen and a notebook. Get ready to take notes. Let's begin. The grammatical structure. May and might are modal verbs. You know modal verbs. They are may and might. Can, could, should, shall, will, would, and must. But today it's only may and might. We use modal verbs plus infinitive without to. I might order a pizza later. I might to order a pizza. I may need to see a dentist. I may to need to see a dentist. That's not correct. Modal verbs also do not change their form. I might, you might, he, she, it might, we might, they might. We do not say he, she, it mights. S. I also cannot say I am mighting. I am maying. Yesterday I mighted. Yesterday I made. Positive. I might borrow my dad's car. Negative. I might not borrow my dad's car. Question. Might I borrow your car, please? Okay, that's the grammatical structure. Let's keep going. Possibility in the present and future. We use may and might plus infinitive to speak about present and future possibilities. let's do lots of examples together. On this line, I have 0% and 100%. I have brown hair. This is 100%. I have blonde hair. This is 0%. I have brown hair. May and might are in the middle. We use may for a stronger possibility and might for a weaker possibility. My grandma's heart isn't doing very well. She may need to have an operation. This isn't 100% yes, operation. It's a strong possibility. She may need to have an operation. I am so bored in my job. I might start looking for a new job. I'm not really sure. Here, it's a weaker possibility. I'm not sure. Depends. Tim and Amy have been fighting a lot lately. They may break up soon. This is a strong possibility. Oh, you need a babysitter? I might be able to help you. It depends on my job. When would you need me? Here, it's a weaker possibility. I'm not sure if I'm available. So we know may is for stronger possibilities, might is for weaker possibilities. But many native English speakers use may and might in the same way. And there's no difference in meaning. I might buy a dog, I may buy a dog, it's the same. We might be moving to London, we may be moving to London, it's the same. Dr. Miller may call you later, Dr. Miller might call you later. Your keys might still be in your car. Your keys may still be in your car. There we go. Grammatical structure, done. Possibility for the present and future, done. Let's keep going. Past possibility. So we know we use may, might plus infinitive for present and future possibility. For past possibility, we use may, might, have plus past participle. It's always have, it's never has. What's the past participle? It's verb number 3. Go, went, gone. Gone is my past participle. Play, played, played. Played is my past participle. Where's Jimmy? He may have missed the bus. Where's Jimmy? He might have taken the wrong bus. I use may, he may have missed the bus, because this is a stronger possibility. He's late, where is he? He might have taken the wrong bus is a weaker possibility. A bus has a number on it. It's not really easy to take the wrong bus. Again, you can use may and might. In the same way, many people do it, but if you want to be very specific, might is for stronger possibility, may is for the weaker possibility. Listen. Might have, might have, might have. May have, may have, may have, may have. My flatmate might have used all my toilet paper. My flatmate may have used all my toilet paper. In spoken English, it's very natural to contract might have and may have. If you think the contraction looks a bit difficult, think about it like this. Might have sounds like might of. May have sounds like may of. Of course, might of, may of is not correct, but it's the sound that's correct. I might have left the stove on this morning. I can't remember. Don't worry, David may have tried to call you last night. Was your phone on? The police aren't sure, but the criminals may have escaped to Peru. All of these sentences express a past possibility. You are doing an amazing job. This is a lot of information, but we're almost finished, so let's keep going. Permission. We use may and might to ask and give permission in a very formal and polite way. May I use your pen? May I sit here? Might I use your pen? Might I sit here? Actually, using might to ask for permission and to give permission is a bit old-fashioned, but it's good to know. Giving permission. May I use your pen? Of course you may. May I sit here? Of course you may. Yes, sweetie, you may have dessert. Right, that's permission. Done. Let's continue. Let's continue with expressing wishes. We use may, not might, when we want to wish someone else well. Imagine your friend is getting married and you buy a card. Inside the card, you could write a message. May you both have a long, happy, and healthy marriage. You are wishing someone else well. I don't know if any of you are Star Wars fans, but there's a very famous line in the movie, "May the Force be with you." This means good luck. Again, you are wishing someone else well. Well, we have done so much with may and might today. The grammatical structure, possibility in the present and future, past possibility, expressing wishes, and permission.
Hey there. So, today we're diving into the nuanced differences between may and might. Let's clear up the confusion. Understanding when to use may and might can be tricky. But fear not, by the end of this, you'll be a pro. May is used for possibilities or permission. Might expresses a greater sense of uncertainty compared to may. May is more formal than might. Might tends to be used more in spoken language. In the past tense, might is preferred. May can also be used for possibility in the past. There you go. You now have a better grasp of the nuances between may and might. Keep practicing, and you'll master them in no time. Hey there, grammar enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the world of may and might. These two words often cause confusion, but fear not, we're here to clear things up. Understanding when to use may and might is crucial for effective communication. Let's break it down together. Both express possibility, but may suggests a higher likelihood than might. Use may for more probable situations and might for less certain ones. In formal writing, may is preferred for present and future possibilities. In informal contexts, might is commonly used without strict distinction. When planning a trip, we may go to the beach implies a likely scenario. We might skip the movie suggests a less definite choice. So, next time you're uncertain, remember to choose may for probability and might for uncertainty. Catch you in the next video.
You must wear a mask. You have to wear a mask. They must be at home. They have to be at home. Must or have to. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you about these two verbs. I'm going to divide this lesson into two parts. Part 1, choice. Part 2, probability. What? Choice and probability? What's that? Don't worry, I will explain everything step by step. At the end of this lesson, I have a test for you with 10 questions. Can you please let me know how you did on the test? Did you get 10 correct out of 10? Or maybe 6 correct out of 10? Let me know. I really love hearing from you. Well, my name's Arnell. Let's start. First things first, the grammatical structures. You can see I have subject, must, have to, plus base verb. What's the base verb? Well, the base form of the verb is verb number 1. Eat, ate, eaten. Play, played, played. Eat and play are the base form of the verb. You can see must remains the same for all subjects. I must go, you must go, he must go. He musts go. She must goes. The forms stay the same. You can see have to changes depending on the subject. I have to go. You have to go. But he, she, it has to go. And we always keep the base form after to. She has to goes? Never. There's one more thing I want to add in this part. You might hear or see this. I have got to go. You have got to go. This is perfectly correct. It's just a little less formal. In today's lesson, I'm not going to go into have got to because I really just want to focus on must and have to. I do have a lesson on this topic. I'll leave this video link in the description and comments down below for you. Part 1, choices. You can see my line here. I have no choice and your choice. What do I mean by that? Well, no choice means you cannot choose. We're talking about obligations like rules and laws. Your choice means you can choose. We can use must and have to when you do not have a choice. The verbs mean the exact same thing. Citizens must pay tax. Citizens are people who have a passport from that country. So for example, I can say, she is an Indian citizen. He is a Mexican citizen. Citizens have to pay tax. Notice the pronunciation. Have to. Have to. There's a f sound. Have to. Yes, you can say citizens have got to pay tax. But again, I'm not going to focus on that. Students must wear a school uniform. Students have to wear a school uniform. No choice. If you want to hunt deer in these woods, you must have a hunting license. You have to have a hunting license. I know have to have seems strange, but there's have to plus the base form of the verb. Perfectly correct. Have to have. With all of my examples so far, you can see there's no choice. If you don't do these things, there will be a punishment. You might need to pay a fine. A fine is money you need to pay. It's a penalty. Or maybe you might go to jail. Those are punishments. Okay, so if we can use these verbs in the same way, are there no differences? Are they exactly the same? With rules and laws, must is more common in formal written English, official contexts. Let's look at a sign. Employees wash hands before leaving the restroom. Must or have to? Which one do you think it is? Right, must. Have to is perfectly correct. You could see employees have to wash hands before leaving the restroom, but again, this is written. It's a sign. I want to show you a couple more examples of must being more common in written formal contexts. Imagine you want to visit the White House in the USA. Let's go. Here I have the White House website. You can visit the White House if you want. I'm going to quickly scroll through this. Must. 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 All of the examples with must give you a rule. There's not a single have to on this page. If you want to read the full sentences, I'll leave this website link in the description below for you. But I think you get the idea. Here's a common question. Is this American English or British English? Both must and have to are common everywhere. Let's say you want to visit Big Ben in London. The Big Ben tour is not suitable for everyone. Visitors must be aged 11 and over. Visitors have to be aged 11 and over? Perfectly correct, but again, this is written. Okay, I'll bring up the grammatical structures once again. Remember, earlier in this lesson, I said the forms stay the same. So, if the forms are always the same, how do we know if we're speaking about the past, the present, or the future? I think we need a chart. Okay, I have rules and laws here. We are still speaking about no choice, past, present, and future, and must and have to. You can see with must, there's only one form. Citizens must pay tax. This is true now, right? students have to wear a school uniform. This is also true now. When I was in school, I had to wear a school uniform. Next year, students will have to wear a school uniform. Here's a headline from nationalgeographic.com. You've had to cancel your vacation. Here's what to do next. Here we see the present perfect tense being used. So you can see have to is much more diverse in terms of tense. There is no musted. There is no will must. So in your speaking or writing, if you want to change the tense, you need to use have to. You have to use have to. Things change in the negative. Take a look. You can see, I must not go. You must not go. He, she, it must not go. The forms don't change. I do not have to go. You do not have to go. He, she, it does not have to go. Remember that does. The correct structure is subject, do not have to plus base verb. We do not say, I haven't to go. Look, in the negative, must not remains the same. No choice. Let's go to the zoo. Visitors must not touch the animals. I think that's clear. You must not do it. It's dangerous. Many zoos have a petting zoo. What's a petting zoo? A petting zoo is a mini zoo where you can go to pet the animals, like in this picture here. And the verb pet is this. So you can pet a cat. You can pet a dog. We have a petting zoo. You can pet the animals. Have you seen Jurassic World? In that movie, there's a dinosaur petting zoo. Anyway, if you go to a petting zoo, would someone say this? You must pet the animals. You have to pet the animals. No, nobody would say that. It's not a rule or a law. Nobody is going to take your hand and force you to pet the animals. Would someone say, you must not pet the animals? No, if you must not pet the animals, why have a petting zoo? It's your choice, right? You can pet the animals or not. We can say, you don't have to pet the animals. You can pet them if you want, or you can just look and take pictures. It's your choice. I want to give you another example. Let's compare two different parks. It's a sunny day. It's the perfect day to take your dog out. In Park A, we can see a sign. Dogs must be on leash and under control at all times. This is a leash. Shouldn't this say on a leash? Well, with signs, articles a and the are often removed. We can see a dog walker here with her dog on a leash. She is following the rules. Very good. In Park B, your dog doesn't have to be on a leash. It's your choice. Here, we have some dogs playing together. Maybe this is a dog park. But this couple decided to keep their dog on a leash. You can see don't or doesn't have to means your choice, whatever you want. Question: in which park will you need to pay a fine if your dog is not on a leash? Right, Park A. We've looked at rules and laws, but what if we're speaking about personal obligations? For example, I must stop worrying so much. I must fix the sink today. The dripping is driving me crazy. You must remember to thank Julie for the flowers. With these examples here, you can see these obligations are coming from the speaker. This is perfectly correct. However, this is more common in British English. Americans would tend to use have to. I have to stop worrying so much. I have to fix the sink today. You have to remember to thank Julie for the flowers.
I have to.
I have to. I have to what? What's the verb? This is really common, especially in spoken English. If the verb is already clear, you do not need to repeat it. In this specific episode, he means I have to kill someone. But he doesn't need to say it. Everyone in that room, they know what he's talking about. We should invite Dan and Julie to our party. Do we have to? Or, less commonly, must we? It's clear speaker B means, do we have to invite them? Must we invite them? Okay, let's move on to part 2. Part 2, probability. What's probability? I'll explain that as we go through the lesson. Here we have Nick. What do you think Nick's favorite color is? Blue t-shirt, blue walls, everything is blue. His favorite color must be blue. His favorite color has to be blue. His favorite color has got to be blue. But do I know this? Am I 100% sure? No, I've never met Nick. I'm 95% sure. This is what probability is. When we look at the evidence around us, so we feel very strongly about something. It's like the very first example I gave you in this lesson. They must be at home. I don't know that. I didn't see them inside, but their lights are on. They must be at home. They have to be at home. In your grammar books, you might see the term deductions. This is the same thing. When you look at a situation, you look at the evidence and you come to a conclusion. But again, you're about 95% sure. You don't know this is an absolute fact. How old do you think Leanne is? I've never met Leanne. I've never seen her passport. I don't know. She must be in her 20s. She has to be in her 20s. In English, when we say someone is in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, etc., we mean between the ages 20, 29, 30, 39, 40, 49. I can say my parents are in their 60s. So Leanne has to be in her 20s. I don't have any bread at home. Do you think the gas station will have bread? They must have bread. They have to have bread. Everyone buys bread. Honey, I bought this sweater for you to wear to my parents' Christmas party. You must be joking. You have to be joking. We can take a picture like Christine and Frank did last year. Just like part 1, things change in the negative and past. Present. Leanne must be in her 20s. Leanne has to be in her 20s. I'm almost certain. But how can we express the opposite? How can I say something is impossible? Leanne can't be in her 20s. Leanne cannot be in her 20s. Leanne mustn't be in her 20s. Leanne doesn't have to be in her 20s. You can see the change is pretty dramatic in the negative. Let's take this to the past. When Leanne graduated from medical school, she must have been in her 20s. She had to have been in her 20s. I know the structure is pretty long. Subject must have plus past participle. Subject had to have plus past participle. The past participle is verb number 3. Eat, ate, eaten. Play, played, played. Eaten and played are my past participles. How can we make this negative in the past? Impossible in the past. Leanne started medical school when she was 27. She can't have graduated in her 20s. She couldn't have graduated in her 20s. Impossible. Some of you might be wondering, but what about the future? Well, there isn't really a future form for this. We would use other structures. For example, she will probably graduate in her 20s. She's going to graduate in her 20s. There isn't really a specific form for these for the future. Let's do another example. Imagine you have a history test and you see this question. What year did the Titanic sink? Sink is an irregular verb. Sink, sank, sunk. I didn't study for the test, but I feel pretty strongly about this. The answer must be 1912. The answer has to be 1912. I mean, 1880 is too early. 1950 is too recent. It must be 1912. Let's make this impossible. The answer can't be 1950. The answer cannot be 1950. That's impossible. So we're using the present because we're talking about the test now. But let's take this to the past, to the actual event. The Titanic must have sunk in 1912. The Titanic had to have sunk in 1912. Past impossibility. The Titanic can't have sunk in 1950. It couldn't have sunk in 1950. If it had sunk then, we'd have better pictures of it, but we don't. Have you seen the movie Titanic? I love that movie. If you haven't seen it, maybe you've heard of it. We're going to watch a little clip, and of course I'm not going to explain the whole movie. That would take 3 hours, but in this movie, some people are searching for a very special diamond. They don't know where it is. But this character, he's pretty certain he knows where the diamond is.
So the diamond had to have gone down with the ship.
So the diamond had to have gone down with the ship. Based on the evidence, he's 95% certain. Notice how he contracts to and have. Had to have gone down with the ship.
So the diamond had to have gone down with the ship. So the diamond had to have gone down with the ship.
Let's do one more example before the test. Is this your phone? No, it must belong to one of my students. It has to belong to one of my students. I mean, who else? It can't belong to one of my students. I have a very strict no phones in class rule. Imagine the teacher puts the phone on her desk, has her lunch break. She comes back and the phone is gone. A student must have taken their phone. A student had to have taken their phone. Who else? A student can't have taken the phone. A student couldn't have taken the phone. My office was locked during my lunch break. Maybe it was another teacher? How are you feeling? Let's move on to the test. Test time! 10 questions in total. Can you please choose the best answer for each question? Pause the video to do this. Okay, here are the answers. How did you do? Please let me know your score in the comments below. I love reading them. I love reading your comments. Thank you so much. I'll explain the answers in case you're curious why you got something wrong. But to do this, I need my notes because I haven't memorized all of the answers. Okay, are you ready? Number 1, must not is clear. It's illegal to text while driving. Number 2, has to because the subject is she. She has to. Number 3, it's your choice. You can wear a costume or not. Number 4, last year. So the past is clear. And this wasn't our choice. We were forced to do this because we were sick. Number 5, again, this is a law. Number 6, well, if a restaurant is always really busy, you are 95% sure they have good food. Number 7, we need has to because the subject is he. And if someone does something 5 days a week, you can be pretty certain that they enjoy it. Number 8, can't because we think that's impossible. Brothers with 2 different nationalities are not so common. Number 9, we need the past form because we see saw. Is it possible to use option C? Grammatically, yes, but it's a logical conclusion that the same product comes from the same store. Number 10, something wasn't possible. I was in New York last week. I can't be in 2 places at the same time. Wow! Thank you so much for watching this lesson. I hope you learned something new. And I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hey there, folks. Today, let's delve into the concept of must and how it impacts our daily lives. Must is a powerful word signifying necessity or obligation. Let's see how we can apply it practically. Identify crucial tasks to must do for efficiency. Prioritize duties based on their importance. Associate must with your aspirations for drive. Linking actions to must enhances goal accomplishment. Use must to set boundaries for self-care. Learning to say no when necessary is a vital skill. Remember, must is a tool for focus and determination in our journey toward success.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into how you can effectively apply the concept of must in various real-life situations. Whether it's about setting goals, establishing priorities, or making critical decisions, understanding when to use must is key. When setting goals, frame them using must for added determination and focus. Use must to prioritize tasks that are crucial for achieving your objectives. In decision-making, must helps in emphasizing the importance of certain choices. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful content. See you next time.